Welcome back. So it's finally time to start doing some PC videos. So I wanted to start things off not with Kofax, that's going to be a long video. Greenberg is going to be quite long, but probably one of the more recent PC decisions I've made, and that is Mickey Mantle. So I'm going to go through all the slabbed and a couple other cards I have right now. This does not include all the raws or some of the more other interesting ones that I may have in my collection, but this will give you a general overview of kind of where it stands at the moment. So starting off, you saw these pulled on the channel. These are two from the bar relic or stamp cards. So two, nice Mantle stamp there, and then this is, I guess, a in my hand Mickey Mantle, a little scribble there, along with the stamp. Yeah, I figured I'd just hold on to those as part of the collection. And as we go through these, I'm basically just going to put them back in the box where I store them. Next one you also saw pulled, and this is on-card Mickey Mantle autograph from Hall of Fame inductees. So very nice Mantle auto there. Got a couple more modern ones. This is the 2018 Donruss Whammy Mickey Mantle at 9.5. Tough cards to pull. Gotta pick up the Mantle and add it to here. And then this is, picked this one up just because I remember this card. I remember pulling it from the product when it came out. 96 Topps Gallery Mickey Mantle Masterpiece and 8. And now we'll get into the vintage, the playing day cards. Starting off, I have the 69 Topps. I have one in a BGS 5, PSA 3, and another PSA 3. Decent centering on all of them. All yellow letter, none of the white letter ones. So, those are the ones I have there. We'll move back a year, 1968. I have two PSA 2 Mantles. Decent centering on both of them. Actually, I only have one 67 Mantle. A little off, obviously. It's a 3. And the 66, I have a 4, 3. Another 3 I just got, and a 2.5. All pretty darn good centering on them. None of them obviously are perfect cards, but nice little collection of 66 Mantles. Next up, we're going to go to the 65 Topps Embossed Mantle. They have the little portrait there. These are blank backs. We move to 65. Again, I only have one of these. And an SGC 3. Decent centering on that one as well. Move back to 64. So you have the AL Bombers with Maris, Mantle, Cash, and K-Line in a 4. And then you have two different 3.5s. This one obviously is the better of the two. You have BVG 3.5, which is off center, clearly. And then a PSA 3.5, which is much better centering. So those are the ones I have there. Next up, we have a couple Bombers Best. 3 of them, actually. We have 2 6s, PSA 6, SGC 6, off center, and then SGC 5. So obviously this is the best of the bunch. Surprisingly, I have a pretty complete collection. Next up, you have 63 Mantle in a 2.5. It's a nice little card there. You have a couple of the 62 home run leaders, 3 and a 2, as well as the Manager's Dream card in a 5.5 with Mantle and Mays. Next up, we have 62 Topps the Switch Hitter Connects. You have a PSA 6 miscut and a PSA 3, just slightly better. Great card with his swing. Then we have the base Mantle. Once again, it's one of those things, until you open up the box, you don't realize how many you have. I'm starting off left to right. SGC 1.5 with decent centering. SGC 3, also with decent centering. PSA 3 and a PSA 4. So a nice little collection of Mantles there. Next up, we have a 62 Post card and another 62 Post. The difference with these, so if I remember correctly, this one, so which is just authenticated, is from the actual box of cereal. It's blank back. Whereas this one, also just authenticated, was in, I believe it was Time magazine. And it has the Post back. So this is basically the promo version of this card. So nice little 2 version of that. Next up, we got 61 home run leaders. And these have, obviously, let me just turn it this way, it's a little bit easier. You have Mantle, Maris, Lemon, and Colavito. This is in a GAI 5, and this is an SGC 4. GAI, surprisingly, is pretty good with grading. I don't have many. I don't seek them out, but I've been pretty content with the grades I've seen on them of the cards I have come across and own now. And then you have a couple 61 Topps. 60 World Series Mantle slams 2 home runs. That's in a PSA 2. And then Mantle's legendary 565-foot home run in a PSA 3.5. This is just a cool card. Pretty inexpensive if you're looking to pick up a Mantle on the cheap. Next up, we have some 61 Topps All-Stars. So you have PSA 2, PSA 4. Both have really good centering. The 4, obviously, you can tell the difference in that 2 points on the grade. A much sharper, cleaner card. Next up, we have 61 Topps Mickey Mantle and a 2. Centering isn't the best, but there's at least border all around. A decent card for a PSA 2. Next up, you got 1960 Topps Rival All-Stars Mantle and Boyer and a 3. have the 1960 Topps All-Star card in a 4. Then we have 2 1960 Topps base cards, both in a PSA 2. This one, the centering's a little bit better. We have 1959 Topps Mickey Mantle All-Star in a 2. Not the greatest centering, but a good looking card. Next up, we have 1959 Topps in a 2 with actually really nice centering for the card. I was very happy with this one. We have, since these are one of the cheaper cards, I actually have 3 of these. This is the 1958 Topps Mickey Mantle All-Star card. You have from left to right a PSA 3, BVG 3.5, and a PSA 5.5. Again, it's one of the cheaper cards, so getting a 5.5 is not outrageous. A nice looking card. Getting into some of the little pricier ones. 1958 Topps Mickey Mantle and a 1.5 from SGC. Decent centering, surfaces. There's a few marks, but still a very clear picture. Happy with that card. Next up, we have 1957 Topps Yankees Power Hitters Mantle and Berra. SGC 2, BVG 4.5. Actually, the SGC presents a lot better than the BVG. Very nice cards. And one of those iconic cards. A lot of Mantle cards are. So, and next up we have 1957 Topps Mickey Mantle in a 2. Center isn't great, but there is border all around. And it's funny, a lot of these cards I remember in '96 when Topps did the whole reprint set. And I remember just putting a lot of those together, and it was a really nice set to see. And now I'm looking at them like I have a lot of the originals, not all. This is a beautiful card. 1956 Topps, gray back in a 3, and it is a sharp card. Some decent centering on it. This is truly one of the iconic Mantle cards. I was happy when I picked this up in a lot with a bunch of other Mantle slabs. So, really nice Mantle on that one. Next up, we have 1955 Bowman Mickey Mantle in a 2.5. So I actually like this design. This one is a pretty good example of nice centering on it. These are kind of tough to get in good grades. And the 55 55 Bowman is a really nice card to get. If you're doing a year set, that's the way to go. Next up, we have 2 1954 Bowman Mickey Mantles. SGC 2. And a PSA 2. This one, the case has broken, but it's all right. Got a nice discount because of the broken case. Got a nice card in there. A little off-centered, more so than the other one, but nice card. Next up, from the 1953 Bowman Color. First off, we have the Berra, Bauer, and Mantle at 2.5. Pretty good example of this card. And we have the 53 mantle at 2.5. Again, not perfect centering, but it does present well. There's border all around. And as of right now, and of the prime card in the Mantle collection I have, 1952 Bowman Mickey Mantle in a 2.5. Nice centering on it. This is the most I paid for a single piece of cardboard of everything I own. I wanted to try and get a 52 for the Mantle run, Mantle year run, because obviously the other 52 is a little bit more money. But bear in mind, I did not break $1,000 on this. I have yet to hit that barrier, and I hope to stay under it unless I come into a lot of money, which I don't see happening. But really nice Mantle, clean. There's really no marks on the front. Clean back, nice clear. Just a really good example of a 52 Mantle, in my opinion. And then the last couple things I'll show you, you saw, again, pulled on this channel, part of the Mantle collection, is I have not one, but two Mickey Mantle cut autos. And these were pulled from Historic Autographs Capital Baseball Series 2, both PSA authenticated cut signatures. Not the greatest cuts, because I like to usually see something that would fill this space, but they're still Mickey Mantle autos. Let's just put it that way. And then this is the 52 version. This is the 65 version, or sorry, 56 version. And again, the nice thing with this particular product is you actually have a decent chance of pulling a Mantle auto. Because if you look right up top, so this is number 3 of 22, included just in that series, and this is number 8 of 22, just in that series. So a couple of really nice Mantle autos. And I guess I'll just leave these out and close the video this way. So hope you enjoyed the Mantle PC. It's slowly evolving over time. I do have a few cards coming in. Both, I don't believe there's any new ones, but I believe there's some upgrades to what I have. And found them for really good prices. And some of them I got on trade, so even better. So that's a Mantle collection for you. Now I'll have to wait for some time and then put this together again. But for now, that's the PC at the moment. So I thank you very much for joining me. And please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect. Please don't let anybody, especially the market or a YouTuber, dictate that to you. Most importantly, have fun. And have fun by being active in the community. So whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams, group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. And by being active, you'll learn a lot, both about your PC and about the hobby in general, and about other people's passions in the hobby. You'll gain a lot of friends in this hobby, and you'll see some absolutely fantastic cards, and hopefully obtain some fantastic cards along the way. So be active and really enjoy being part of this community. So until next time, thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.